Gemini, Sun, Ascendant, and Moon. Welcome to your horoscope made by Mariana and Karima for the modern witches. We're excited to have you there. Please, if this is a nice horoscope, we're going to spend 10 minutes just diving into your sign for the season of Pisces and what does it mean for you, Gemini. But
Mhm.
we talk about the general kind of feeling and vibe of this Pisces season for the general public, for the world. Let's say that like that. And is available on the podcast. We don't know yet if we're going to put it on the YouTube, but it's going to be available on the podcast. And we highly recommend that you listen to it to have clarification when you look at your sign. When you will understand way better your horoscope if you
Mhm.
hear the general one.
Yeah.
So let's dive in. Let's share my screen.
Yeah. Gemini season. Pisces season. Like
Oh,
the collective energy is so potent that it doesn't matter what's your sun, of course, in the rising, but just the general energy is just super like strong.
yep.
Cool.
But
All right.
Mariana, you want to start? Up to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have a Gemini, we have Sun enter in your 10th house on February 18th, eliminating that sector of your chart that has to do with career and status and worldly goals, right? And it's just so interesting that Gemini rising people and Gemini sun people have like 10th house in Pisces. It's just like your role in this world is so spacious and so expansive. It's just for Gemini people, your career, like there's so much creativity because Pisces for me is associated with like highest octave of creativity because Venus is exalted there. And for you, 10th house, it's like, are you bringing all that brilliant imagination that you have into your in and show it to the world? Do you show all of you to the world? Do
Mm,
you show all you capable of in terms of like the creative things that you can like give us,
yeah.
think about something to think about. I like it's just such a beautiful energy here,
Yeah.
sun in your 10th house. I mean, like, yeah, it, but because it's in Pisces still, it's that level of elusiveness in
Mm,
terms of like people, a lot of for many Gemini rising people can project like their ideals on you in terms of career.
yeah.
And here you have to separate and you have to like really quietly understand for yourself
Yeah.
what are you and what you represent and what how you want to be seen.
Yeah. And I like in a way that Gemini, which is, you know, planet is linked to Mercury, the Mercury is linked to Gemini, and is just this like really thirst for knowledge in any where they can be if you listen to podcasts all the time or like you're addicted to book or you're addicted to documentary, whatever you use to feed that
Yeah.
Gemini for you. I just love that Gemini the one who seek knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Different sphere, like they can be through different medias, have the Pisces cups on the 10th house, which is also to give and to understand the collective and conscience and what needs to be learned right now. I just
Yeah,
feel like,
love it.
and yeah, there's a deep connection between Gemini and what the public needs to know right now.
You're a messenger and you,
Messenger, yeah, the messenger. And when I see the sun highlighted here, I I just feel for you in that season, there's definitely about your career and what you're gonna do with it and how you want to be seen in the world. It's not if it's not your career, if like you're retired or you don't want to work right now, it's about how you want to be seen in the world. What do you want to bring to
yeah.
the world? What is like but it's so much happening in that part of the chart. You cannot deny the connection to the world and like what the
Absolutely.
world need right now, or it can be the connection to
Mhm.
your spiritual practice and how you bring it into the world. There is something. It is so Jupiter is in a part of the chart. Neptune is in a part of the chart. There's gonna be conjunction March 12th, the Sun conjunct Neptune in that part of the chart.
Yeah.
March 5th, the Sun conjunct Jupiter in that part of the chart, and the new moon. all your set of intention, whatever you want to create right now. For those who are like, I don't know what I want to do with my career. I'm lost right now in my purpose. That's normal. Your 10th house career is in Pisces. There's no more that dissolved idea, and that's
There
like
is, because there's an infinite possibilities for
there's
Gemini
so much
rising in terms of what they can offer to the world.
exactly. And for those who knows like what to do, there's a deep learning, like prepping kind of like, oh,
Yeah,
like there's a prepping part with this new moon coming when you set new intention of what you want to bring into the world. um
absolutely.
but and it can be in your job, it can be like the voice in your job. I'm thinking about union, or like something that isn't fair, or like something that you want to believe in.
So good.
Yeah, it's
When you
like
said union, I'm like, your ruler, sorry to interrupt you, but so your ruler, Mercury, on the new moon is with Saturn.
yeah.
So your ruler in exalted in Aquarius. So it's like you have a potency to define the vision within your with your words, with your messages,
With your
and
message.
shared with like many people.
So it's a deep like I can like it's a deep like what my heart want. Don't go against your heart. Don't. Pisces is not something that is like
In terms of your career, especially this season, what you want to do.
like it's not gonna it's gonna say what my heart want. Yes, it's good to have balance between your head and your heart. Great, I
Mhm.
love it. But right now, this is like what my heart wants. Like what do
Yeah.
I really want? It's really important to clarify that, and not thinking that with the money part, the family part, because also there is this opposition, 10th house. We cannot talk about the 10th house without talking about where you're from, your
Mhm.
house, your parents, your tradition, how
Mhm.
you've been raised. There's
Absolutely.
a big axis that pretty much like this is the axis of balance work in home.
Mhm.
Basically. So there's
Yeah.
that balance, but there's maybe for some of you like there's um, where I'm from doesn't match where I'm going, and that's a problem for you, and you need to just resolve that for some of you.
Yeah. It's like a 10th house, it's like that little bit of fog on relationship with authority figures, with your father figure, with in general, like, yeah, authority in your life. What's bringing more clarity around that maybe. And also like you have Mars and Venus in your 8th house until March 6th, so there's like a lot of like excavating work in terms of like a lot of your like it's like a lot of shadow work, a lot of like unconscious things, because Mercury, your ruler, is a non-binary energy.
Mm,
It's an energy that embraces all genders. It's just it does it, it's beyond that. And here having these energies, it's like kind of go in understanding this about yourself, go in understanding in the depth how these energies are working within you,
mhm.
maybe on a deep level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is also I'm thinking about when you have so much happening in the eight with Capricorn. Capricorn is about building, it's about shared resources in your head.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So whatever is happening is six styling your 10th house in Pisces. So whatever is happening with collaboration, especially in work, or
Mm-hmm.
like a friend that you want to build something with them, a program, a classes, or work,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
there's a really little sparkle of light around this and benediction around this. I will say any person that come when you on that season and that you feel there's a partner, there's a way to grow with that person is the way to go. And especially around finances too.
Mhm.
That can be a big jump to start something if you have it around you. If you feel that is the right person, follow it always.
You know, like I just want to, I know we don't have much time, but I want to add about like Mars, Venus in your 8th house.
Mm,
Like, how are you balancing that receptivity versus action taken in terms of like the resources that you want to bring into your life?
mhm.
You know, it's just like finding that balance of that's very important. Then it's going into your 9th house, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, like again, belief systems around these energies of receptivity and action. Yeah, and then we have full moon in Virgo in your 4th house on March 18th.
Yeah.
It's the energy where truly this is the time to make your home as comfortable as possible and sit with what rises up within you in terms of where you came from, a relationship with your family, with your ancestors. Sit in that energy. There are processes that probably started 6 months ago in relation to that for you that are coming to clarity, coming to fruition, coming to you start understanding certain patterns within yourself that came before you, maybe.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like really a healing, like
Oh,
a
beautiful energy.
acceptance
Yeah.
of what happening in that part of your chart related to home, your parents. It's coming
And
to a final closing chapter, kind of.
absolutely. And also, like, because it's in Virgo in the 4th house, it's like, how do you nurture yourself through your daily routine? How do you take care of yourself? How do you like kind of cocoon yourself
Your home.
and take care of yourself by taking care of your physical body,
Yeah.
right? Take care of what you do day in and day out.
And I just pulled a card for you, Gemini, and you got the 11 card that is called By the Book. I'm going to put it upright first. By the
Mm-hmm.
book, and you get it reversed. We have a lot of reverse, by the way.
Yourself, yeah.
So when you have By the Book on the upright, that's mean follow the rule, follow the law, follow whatever your group or asking you to do. When it's upright, it's totally the opposite. It's follow your own rule. So
Mm-hmm.
when I think about the access between the 4th and the 10 and how you've been pulled to the 10, being
Mm-hmm.
really pulled and like it's asking you to show up in the world in a certain way, maybe different than how you grew up. There's
Yeah.
like this is a validation of like, don't, like, what you knew, it doesn't mean that it was right. And if you feel that it was not, then follow what you knew you is calling you
Oh
to.
my God, it's so beautiful. I love it. Absolutely. Because I have like a bunch of planets in Gemini. And I like just now, I was like, this is just so on point because with all the planets, it's the theme of like trust your path.
Yeah.
With Jupiter in your 10th house, with Neptune in your 10th house, you know what's right. You know, just find that place where you know.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful. Love it.
You will love this stuff. We love it.
Yay.
Gemini, thank you so much for listening. I hope that's going to be helpful for you. We wish you a happy season, happy Pisces season. We give you many kisses.
We love you, Gemini.
Bye.
Bye.